Hello, my dear students. Hope you all are doing well. I welcome you all for your English online class. Children, kindly follow the below mentioned instructions. Use earphone or headphone for a better learning experience. Keep a notebook and a pen handy to make notes. Read the text on the screen. Sit at a quiet place. You may pause the video till you get ready to resume or when you have to make a note of important points. My dear children, topic for today is poem number 2.4, How Doth the Little Busy Bee, written by Isaac Watts. So first let us see what is the theme of the poem. What the writer wants to tell us through this poem. So my dear children, the poet wonders as to how the little honeybee is so busy, how it becomes more energetic and works even harder as the day goes by. He also wonders how it is able to gather honey all day long, moving from flower to flower. The poet, through this poem, tells us that the female honeybee skillfully builds the cells inside the honey comb. So, my dear students, the theme of the poem is the writer is telling us through this poem that how a honeybee is so energetic because he is wondering that how honeybee is gathering honey from one flower to another and how are they so busy all day long. Structure of the poem. So children, the poem consists of two parts, that is, one is based on bee and the other is based on crocodile, and in total it consists of 4 stanzas and each stanza consists of 4 lines. Okay. Let us understand the objective of the poem. What is the main objective of the poem, right? So in this poem, the poet tells us how the bee works hard to collect honey and build its hive. We should learn from the bee and become hardworking and always do useful work. We should not do work which is not going to be useful for us also and for the society in return. Okay? Now let us understand something about author. Okay? So I have given you a few lines about the introduction of the author. So children, we should know whose poem are we studying, whose poem are we reading. So the name of the poet is Isaac Watts. So Isaac Watts was an English Christian minister, hymn writer, theologian and logician. He was a prolific and popular hymn writer and is credited with some 750 hymns. His works include When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, Joy to the World, and Our God, Our Help in Ages Past. Children, he was born in 17 July 1674 and died on 25th November 1748. Clear? Now let us see few famous books written by this author. Okay, so can you see on the screen? He has written divine and moral songs for children. He has written the Psalms and hymns of Isaac Watts. He has written the improvement of the mind. Right, so these are the few famous books written by this author. Okay, so children, let us read the poem and understand it in detail. It is a very simple poem with no difficult words, with no complications. So kindly pay attention while I'm reading it for you, okay? How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all the day from every opening flower. How skillfully she builds her cell, how neat she spreads her wax, and labor hard to store it well with the sweet food she makes. So this is the two stanza based on the bee. Can you see the two pictures which is on the right side of the slide? Right? One, I have mentioned the title of the poem with its author. Okay? And second, the hives, that how do you know the bees are collecting honey from the flowers. There are different flowers. There is honey bee also. Right, children? So now let us understand the meaning of difficult words. There were only 3 difficult words, nothing as such. I mean, there is no difficult words as such, okay? So, the first difficult word is doth. What is doth? Doth means, it is an old English word which means does. Okay. Then comes the opening. So, what is opening? So, here in this poem, opening means blooming. Clear? Then cell. What is a cell? It is a compartment in the honey comb. Clear? So children, please understand, in this poem the poet says that the busy little bee collects honey all day long from every bud that has begun to bloom. It keeps improving as time passes. The bee then skillfully builds her cell, which is like a compartment in the honeycomb. She spreads the wax neatly and works hard to store it with the sweet food that she prepares. Clear? So the explanation is also very short because there was no difficult words. There was no complication in this poem. Clear, children? So in this poem, the poet tells us that the busy bee is very busy. The little bee is very busy. She is very hardworking and she is very energetic also. She takes honey from every bud. Okay, so when the flower is about to bloom, she takes honey from that particular flower, from that particular bud, and she skillfully builds her in the cell. Okay, which is like a compartment in the honeycomb. Okay, and very neatly she spreads her wax. She works very hard and store it with the sweet food that she prepares. Clear, children? Okay. So as it is a poem, so definitely the grammar will be figures of speech, right? So let us read the first line, first sentence. Okay. How doth the little busy bee? So children, the figure of speech is alliteration because the syllable bee is repeated for poetic effect. This is a very simple poem, children, right? Then second sentence says, how skillfully she builds her cell. So again the figure of speech is alliteration because the syllable H is repeated for H and S is repeated for poetic effect. Clear? Okay, so children, what we have learned today, let's have a quick recap of it. Okay. So who will tell me that what does the B stand for? Just now I explained, right? Yes, you tell me. Yeah, very good. So the answer is the B stands for the creature who is a model of hard work, right? it is so busy, it is so hardworking that the entire day she is just collecting honey from bud to bud. What is bud? A flower, like a flower who is about to bloom, or we can even say the flower the flower which is blooming, right? Now I want to ask one more question. So the question is, why does the bee work hour after hour? Now who will answer this question? Again, the answer is very simple. Children, come on. Yes, very good. Who will answer? I feel really very happy when I see lots of hands standing and asking for the permission that teacher may I say, teacher may I say. Hi, yes, now you tell me. Yes, exactly. Very good. So the answer is, the bee works hour after hour to gather honey from the flowers. Very good. Okay. So here comes the home assignment, children. I have given you 2 questions. You need to write it in your English notebook. So the question is, mention the theme of the poem and what is the objective of the poem. So you have to write this 2 questions along with its answer in your English notebook. Clear? Now here comes the objective of our lecture. What is the objective? We all want to speak English fluently with all the confidence, without stammering, without being nervous, right? So for that we have adopted 2 activities. One is spoon feeding, that is teacher gives words, teacher gives meaning. Just need to frame sentences in your own words. But activity 2 is quite challenging. You need to find words, you need to search meaning for it and then frame sentences in your own words. But then believe you me, children, once you are sincerely practicing this activity, you are no way far in speaking English excellently. Okay, so let's discuss the words. Dot means does. Stunned means very surprised. Mate means assistant. So you need to frame sentences for the word dot, stunned and mate. You understand? Okay. So children, we are done with the lecture. In our upcoming lecture, we will continue with the same poem but a parody. Okay, which is at the page number 35. Okay, so we'll study the crocodile part. Today we studied what? The bee part, right? So in our upcoming lecture, we will study the crocodile part. Okay. Thank you so much, my dear children, for your time and attention. God bless you all. Stay healthy, stay safe, take care. Bye-bye.